So it's already 2023, and lots of you are asking me about how to be more productive in this 2023. Okay, so here are some tips I follow on regular basis, and I think that it will work like a charm for you too. Okay, so let's get started. So tip number one is be organized and keep your workstation clean. So what does that mean actually? It basically means to remove all the unnecessary things as soon as you are done with. Okay, so as soon as you finish the task, as soon as you finish working with object, you just remove it from your workstation. Okay, it can be anything. It can be some solid object, it can be media files, it can be Chrome tab, anything. So as soon as you are done with, you just need to drop it. Okay, so that's the theory. And second thing I will say about being organized is you need to use a note-taking application. Okay, uh, I think note-taking application changes the whole game of productivity. uh, you need to either use a note-taking application, or you can use a diary to note down everything, to track your whole day and plan all things in a day. Okay, I personally recommend Notion as note-taking application. You can use Apple Notes or Google Notes, Google Key, anything. Okay, to write down notes. There are some applications for Microsoft too. You can use any of your preferences, but I personally use Notion for more than a year, and I find it very comfortable and flexible and user friendly. Okay, and third thing you need to understand when you are talking about organized, and that is you need to stop multitasking. Okay, multitasking is the worst thing you will do in terms of productivity, because I personally feel that multitasking, not only my feelings, it is scientifically proven that multitasking doesn't do any good for your productivity. Instead, it makes things worse. So I definitely discourage you for multitasking. Don't do it. Just focus on single task at a time. Okay, be like a computer, focus on single task at a time. So tip number two tip number two is silent hours. Work on silent hours. So what is silent hours? If you wake up early in the morning when the whole world sleeps, no text messages, no WhatsApp calls, no client meetings, no social medias, it's just you and only you. Okay, so that's called silent hours. So it's basically in the mornings, for example at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., or even 6 a.m. Okay, so it's basically when you wake up from your sleep at early morning. And I think silent hours are very productive hours for a person. In that hour you can plan your whole day, you can write your script or ideas, and you can meditate, you can do workouts, and so on. Okay, so silent hours is the seat of our productivity. So in that time you can plan uh, you can plan efficiently, and you can work on other things too. Like, that's the time of brainstorming. Okay, so you need to definitely focus on that. And if you don't like to wake up early in the morning, you should definitely try it out. Okay, silent hours are game changer. So tip number three which is reward system. Okay, so reward system, what is this reward system? So when you accomplish a task, you need to reward yourself. Okay, you need to provide yourself, yeah, you can give yourself a treat, you can give yourself a gift for accomplishing a task. It will motivate you to do those kind of thing more and more in future in order to get a reward. Okay, it's kind of a hack, you can say a mind hack or something. So don't wait for your long-term rewards to come. Instead, reward yourself with small things or to-do list daily. So you don't need to wait for long-term things to be accomplished and get a long-term reward. You can try that reward system by doing small things, help someone, or finish a small task. Set small goals. Okay, you don't need to set long-term goals at first scenario. You can just progress slow and steadily. Okay, fine. So the rewards can be watching a single episode of your favorite TV series or playing video games for 30 minutes, etc. What I do is I accomplish a task, and after completing that task, I reward myself with, for example, I watch a TV series, a single episode, or I just play video games for 30 minutes. So that's my trick. Okay. So I hope you'll follow it. Reward system is very good in terms of increasing productivity. So tip number four tip number four is set your to-do list for the next day before going to bed, or you can plan your day by setting up your to-do list for the next day with a deadline. Okay, so it basically means that when you go to sleep at night, so before going to sleep you need to plan your day, that what you're going to do in the next day. Okay, so you need to plan your day before going to sleep. Like, you need to plan your whole day, from waking up to going to sleep the next day. Okay, so you need to plan everything, every single thing, so that the whole mind map, the whole day is clear to you, like what you're going to accomplish today and what things you will need to finish before your deadline. So everything should be clear and concise. Okay, then I highly recommend you to plan your next day before going to bed. You can plan your day by setting up your to-do list for the next day with a deadline. I highly recommend to plan this day before going to sleep, but you can also plan your day at morning or at your silent hours. Okay, no problem. So tip number five is backtasking. So multitasking is bad, but backtasking is good. So what is backtasking? So backtasking basically means that you are doing a task, but some small tasks are running in the background. So you can consider this concept as JavaScript asynchronous concept. Okay, so some task is running in the background while you are focusing on the main task. Okay, so for example, you can listen to a podcast or an audiobook while cooking your meal or having a walk in the morning. So what is happening? You are walking in the morning or you are cooking your meal, and in the background you're listening an audiobook. So is it hampering your brain, or does it require any energy, extra effort? No, it is a free task. It is a background task. Okay, it doesn't require additional memory, it doesn't require additional focus, energy. So backtasking is good, but don't do multitasking. And I recommend you to fill in the gaps with backtasking whenever you can. Okay, it increases your productivity. Tip number 6, I'm using this because I I'm used to with this finger to symbolize 6. I when I used to play hand cricket. So, however, tip number 6 is use Google Calendar. Okay, to budget your time. From now on, you need to consider your time as money. Okay, and you cannot consider your time on 24 hours basis. Okay, you need to, from now on, from today, you need to consider your full time budget on a weekly basis, so 168-hour basis, and you need to divide your time. You need to set your priority based on 168 hours or weekly basis. And to do that, you need to use a calendar. You can use a solid calendar object, so real life calendar, or there are so many applications today in the market. You can use any one of them. I personally use Google Calendar, and it serves me a great purpose. Okay, it works like a charm. I use Google Calendar on regular basis, and I have budgeted my time accordingly, that on what time I will do what things and so on. Okay, so you need to strictly follow your calendars. You need to schedule things. Yeah, sometimes there will be exceptional, sometimes there will be an accident. You need to be able to adjust your time accordingly. Okay, but I highly recommend you to use Google Calendar. Next tip, which is tip number 7. Tip number 7. So tip number 7 is work out and eat clean. I always say you need to work out if you want to be productive. and achieve your goals. Workout makes you strong both physically and mentally. Okay, it enables you to take any kind of challenges in your life. And as a programmer or developer, the benefits of workout are endless. It highly encourages a programmer to critical thinking and efficient problem solving. Okay, that's why workout is must for productive 2023. You cannot deny it. And when we are talking about eating clean or having a healthy diet, you need to strictly follow the diet. Okay, you should stop eating junk foods. You need to stop eating you need to stop drinking alcohol and smoking. Okay, that really hampers your productivity, and it disables the kind of it kind of disables you from your performance. It reduces your performance. Okay, so I don't want you to be those kind of sluggish thing. Okay, so I highly encourage you to eat clean and work out. Uh, you will always feel the benefit of it. Okay, I am feeling right now, and I can say that this is the best year of my life. Okay, so tip number 8. So I'm using my two hand right now. So tip number 8 is use Calendly if you're a freelancer. So what is Calendly? Calendly is a beautiful application that helps you to schedule a meeting with another person or your clients, etc. It provides you a feature that you can use to send someone your available schedules, and that person will choose the dates from the available schedules and can have a meeting with you. I'm telling you that because as a freelancer, I know that you have to work with so many clients, and there are you need to attend so many meetings on a daily basis, and that can be a very tricky and very exhaustive. So you can use Calendly for scheduling and do it kind of shows off your premiumness. Okay, as a freelancer, you need to sell yourself premiumly. Okay, so that client sees you as a premium freelancer. Okay, and Calendly helps you with that. And moreover, I will give you a free tip that if you're a freelancer, value your time. Okay, don't be available 24/7 for everyone. Use Calendly to send your clients your preferred dates to choose and schedule a meeting with you. Okay, so these are all 8 tips for a productive 2023 year, and I personally follow all these tips. So I hope these tips will help you. Let me know if you have any questions. I will gladly answer that. Okay, so see you in the next video. Have a great day, have a great year. Happy New Year, everyone. Goodbye.